A dream on the earth that the people of the country have extracted the Sindhu with the help of a dot. When the rights of many independent countries can also be achieved, they can overcome the distance like other clothes, but this country does not have any natural power. Today they are in your position with a lot of rice, a lot of other customs. In this episode of The Desert, today we will know in detail about Japan. Let's take Japan, a country known for its customs. What is the customs of the Panis? There is no dustbin. So where can you find dirt? What is the minimum wage of the country? Is there anything that makes you think? For its high quality and innovative products around the world. If you are sure that a product is made in Japan, then you will definitely feel a trust in the product. It will seem that its quality is definitely good. Some of the famous brands of Japan are Toyota, Honda, Sun, Panasonic, Canon, Fujifilm, Toshiba, Sharp, Hitachi, Casio, Nissan, Suzuki, Lexus, Mitsubishi, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Komatsu etc. This country was the first to invent the axeman. The emojis we use were first created in this country in 1999. Instant noodles were invented in Japan. Japan is the top country in the production of robots in the world. Interestingly, robots can be seen working in some restaurants, hospitals and even hotels in Japan. Japan is a country where natural resources are relatively few. It is said that there are no significant reserves of oil, gas, coal, iron, copper, uranium, etc. within the country. Even then, Japan has become the fourth largest economy in the world. Japan is an island country in East Asia. Japan is the most modern country in the Asian continent. Although in some cases, the name of South Korea is also mentioned along with Japan. However, Japan is located in the northwestern part of the Pacific Ocean. The country has the Pacific Ocean to the east, the Sea of Japan to the west, the East China Sea to the north, and the East China Sea to the south. It is a complete island country. That is, it is surrounded only by sea. The country does not have a direct land border with any country. However, there are some neighboring countries across the sea around Japan, with which the country has maritime borders, such as Russia, North Korea, South Korea, China, Taiwan, Philippines. Japan's name in Japanese is Nippon, which means the source of the sun or the place where the sun rises. Therefore, the country is often called the land of the rising sun. The country consists of about 6,852 islands, both large and small. The largest and main islands are four: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku and Kyushu. These four islands occupy about 97% of the total land area of Japan. Although Japan has 6,852 islands, not all of them are inhabited. There are about 430 islands inhabited. However, the total area of the country is 377,975 square kilometers, which is 2.5 times larger than Bangladesh. According to the estimate of 2025, the population of Japan is about 123,440,000 people. This means that about 326 people live per square kilometer of the country, where Bangladesh lives approximately 1,350 people per square kilometer. The capital and largest city of Japan is Tokyo. It is the most populous city in the world, where about 176 people live. The use of skyscrapers, high-speed trains, robots, automation is very high here. It has the world's busiest roads, huge towers and observation centers, a bright and clean environment, an extraordinary combination of technology and order. Tokyo is one of the safest cities in the world. Not only Tokyo, but the whole of Japan is called one of the safest countries in the world, and this honor is also absolutely true. The crime rate here is very low. And the common people are very peace-loving, discipline-friendly, and law-abiding. Apart from Tokyo, there are several famous, developed and technologically advanced modern cities in Japan, such as Osaka, Tokyo, Sapporo, Nagoya, Kokusai, Kobe, Hiroshima, Yokohama, etc. The Japanese are very polite and follow the rules. They are simple, disciplined and technologically and culturally dependent. The citizens of the country are known all over the world for their hard work. They work long hours and perform their duties with great attention. They often work in the office even after the scheduled time. They give extra time to complete their work. Although they are physically tired while working, they are not mentally tired. That is why in Japan, it is seen that they fall asleep in the office due to the pressure of work. 7. Sometimes even death-like incidents happen. The Japanese never avoid work on the pretext of words. We had read that in our country, when will the boy grow up in deeds rather than words? Basically, the Japanese are that boy. Honesty is an important part of Japanese culture. They definitely keep their word and try their best to be trustworthy. Incidents like simple theft or pickpocketing are also very rare here. If an item is lost in Japan, the chances of it being returned are very high. Every year in Tokyo, more than 3 million wallets, mobile phones or similar items are lost, and 90% of them are returned to their owners. The Japanese believe that honesty is the foundation of building a society. They always speak politely. They do not insult anyone. Except for the police, no one is seen carrying a weapon here. Women can walk alone on buses, trains, or on the streets even at night. Children as young as 6 or 7 go to school alone here, get on the train, which is absolutely incredible for any other country. 9. But in Japan, this is a completely normal occurrence. Because society, traffic, people all ensure their safety. Japanese people are very used to obeying laws, rules, regulations, punctuality, everything. If someone stands at a zebra crossing, the car stops immediately. Even if it is 3 a.m. Thank you. Please excuse me, these words are heard from them very often. Taxi drivers wait without moving the car after dropping off the passenger until the passenger enters the building or goes somewhere else. Waiters in restaurants never take any tips or gratuities. If you ever go to give them a tip because you are happy with their polite and humble behavior, they will be very surprised. This is rude to them in many cases. Because they consider it their responsibility to serve people through their beautiful behavior with a smile. Because of this, they will get a tip. This is absolutely ridiculous to them. Their unobtrusive, smiling behavior will impress you in all cases. They do not want to hurt anyone. That is why the culture of saying no in Japanese is very low. 11. The Japanese never say no directly. Rather, it's a little difficult to say it this way. Music, about 70% of Japan's area, is such that it is extremely difficult or almost impossible for people to live. At least in these places, it is absolutely impossible to form permanent cities or villages. This vast area of Japan is covered with mountains, active volcanoes, dense forests, etc. Therefore, about 85% of the country's people live in coastal areas. The length of Japan's coastline is about 29,751 kilometers, which is the 6th longest of all countries in the world. Being a long and narrow island country, it has a lot of coastline and marine resources. Japan is one of the world's largest fishing countries. Although the amount of fishing in Japan has decreased slightly in the past few decades, still, the country catches millions of tons of fish and marine animals every year, and a large part of it is eaten in Japan. The largest fish market in the world is Tsukiji Market in Tokyo, where about 2,000 tons of seafood are sold every day. Since Japan is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, earthquakes often occur here. Japan is called the Land of Fire. Because the country is located in a region with a large number of volcanoes, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur frequently. According to various sources, there are between 108 and 111 active volcanoes in Japan. Mount Fuji is the highest mountain peak in Japan, with a height of 3,776 meters. It is an active lava-forming volcano. Mount Fuji is located on the island of Honshu, about 100 kilometers southwest of the capital Tokyo. Interestingly, it can also be seen from Tokyo on a clear day. The last eruption occurred here in 1707-1708. Since then, there has been no further eruption for about 317 years. However, a major volcanic eruption occurs in Japan about every 6 years. Mount Fuji's crater is surprisingly symmetrical and is covered in snow for several months of the year. It is a well-known symbol of Japan and is often depicted